Hello, my name is John Revis. My channel's name is Jidarak, just a little screen name. But I've had this channel for a while. I mainly just watch videos on YouTube. Uh, I've been too shy to post videos because I have a psychological condition. I have what is known as social anxiety disorder, and it's something I've lived with my entire life. I know there will be probably some people who will watch this who will not believe me, will just say I'm shy. I don't know how to talk to people. I just need to get out more. And trust me, I've heard it all before. But from where I stand, I know this is what I have. I do have social anxiety, or social phobia, as it's sometimes called. And it is something that has basically been the most miserable thing in my life. It has been the thing that has driven me to depression, to suicide, to it has caused me to almost fail, drop out of college. It has cost me jobs. It's cost me opportunity. It's cost me money. And it's something that I need to learn to deal with properly. And yeah, I kind of laid out a bunch of it there, but basically, how is the best way to describe what I'm feeling pretty much every day? Um, it's imagine like an uncomfortable situation. Imagine an uncomfortable social situation. Uh, you show up to a party, you think it's a costume party. You're dressed as a pirate. Everybody else is in fancy clothes. It's like, oh, faux pas, embarrassing, haha. You know, that and it feels bad. It feels bad to be embarrassed that way, to be like embarrassed and ashamed. um, but for most people, that's sort of an every once in a while thing. You get red in the face. You're like, oh shucks. um, and sometimes it's like sometimes people get like really humiliated, and it's really sad. The problem for me is that experience that people have, that embarrassing feeling that they get. I have that all the time. It is constant shame. It is constant embarrassment. It's guilt around people, with people, that can be triggered by almost anything. You come up and you say hi to me, and a million things will run through my head. I will say, this person wants to talk to me. Am I presentable? Does my face look weird? Are my hands doing something weird? I'm very awkward and ugly. I am probably causing this person discomfort by my awkward ugliness. I am, if should I respond? How should I respond? Should I try to? How is my voice going to sound? How will they interpret what I'm saying? Will my face convey anger, fear, disappointment? Um, so I just want to get away. I don't want to deal with it because it's so intense. Any single social experience is it's too much. It's just, I mean, like I said, I can talk to people. I've talked to people. I've done this, but for every successful social venture, there's going to be one that's a failure that I will take people out of context. I will think people are angry at me. I've walked into stores, and every time somebody has like looked at me, I think they want to punch me in the face. Like, I feel so guilty. I feel so ashamed that I literally think that complete strangers want to harm me, because my brain's just trying to work it out. It's like, why do you feel this guilty? You must have done something horrible. You must have like burned a barrel full of kittens. There's no other reason why you would feel this bad. So, that's so my brain just sort of, I have the worst self-image of myself. You know, I consider, I I know it's not true, but at the same time, like deep inside, I consider myself to be the worst person who has ever existed. I am responsible for all of the pain, all of the suffering on the planet. I am a black hole that sucks life and joy from everyone around me. And it, what it, I mean, and that's sort of, it's a state that I don't like to be in. It's not fun in any way, and it kind of makes me a hermit. It's kind of a hermit sickness. I would imagine that hermits who lived back, and they probably experienced something I did. They felt guilty about the entire world. They needed to be separated from it, or just separate themselves because they believed they were causing harm or damage to others. That's part of the thing that's led to my depression and my suicidal thoughts. Is I feel so guilty all the time. I feel so ashamed of myself all the time that I want to just separate myself from the world in any way possible. Whether that's just locking myself indoors, killing myself, uh, you know, or just like not talking to anyone, like minimal amount of human contact. Because I'm so scared that I will inadvertently just by existing hurt people, and it's a very and no one deserves to feel this way. And but in my mind, I feel that I do. I feel that it's absolutely true. It's very hard for me to separate the emotions that I'm feeling from reality. And like I said, I've been doing this for I've been like this for a long time, and it hasn't really started to really affect me until sort of my adult life. Because when I was a kid, I could run away from my problems. I could run into my room and shut the door and hide. I can't do this. I can't do that anymore. There's no one else. There's no one out there to take care of my problems. I have to take care of my problems myself. Um, and so those are kind of my options. Is kill myself or deal with it. And I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared to do that. I'm not prepared to end my life. I have too much, riding on this world. I have a wife. I have a rabbit. I have a cat. I have dreams of my own. I have aspirations of my own, and I'm not gonna. I feel bad enough. I'm not gonna feel even worse. Giving up the possible potential I have. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to. Um, so I should add. I am not good online. I am not good on phones because you might think it's easier for me to do stuff online than to do stuff in person. It's not. I'm scared out of my mind of talking into this webcam, knowing that people will see it. They will see my face. They will. I stutter from time to time. People will hear me stutter. It's horrifying. It's it's Indiana Jones in a temple full of snakes. It's my worst fears manifested. This idea that I will be seen by the world. The horrible black hole of destruction will be unleashed, and I will just, people will watch these videos and they'll just feel terrible. They'll be like, this guy has ruined my day. How dare he talk about stuff on the internet? It's I, you know, this has destroyed me. It's bizarre, but it's how my brain works, and I need to be able to sort of confront this fear. I need to know that my problems, my worries, my concerns can be sort of addressed to my loved ones. It can be addressed to people and will not be met with utter destruction. I need to prove to myself that I can have social experiences. I can put myself out there, and it will not cause this harm. And that because what I've been doing for most of my life is I've been justifying my emotions. I have been sort of I've set myself up for failure. I've done everything because it feels so true that I am a worthless, terrible person. It feels so true. Yeah. So but I need to get away from that thinking. I need to start encouraging myself, and I need to, basically be able to face this fear, and accept that this is something I will have for my entire life. This is ingrained in my mind. I will always have this problem, but there are more effective ways to deal with it. The only thing I've only had two coping mechanisms to deal with this. One, feel terrible about myself, and two, shut myself away from the world. And they're not helping. So I'm hoping that just by doing this kind of exposure therapy, I will openly expose myself. I will try not to edit videos. If I stutter, if I stammer, if I I'm pretty calm right now, but if I get really upset, I twitch, I shout, I do really weird things. Um, they're like panic attacks, and they're not pretty. I literally do look like a crazy person. Um, so I'll try to leave all that in there because that's something else I need to show that. Uh, yeah, I just need to be brave enough to put myself out there and attempt to feel something good about myself, because it's so hard. It's so hard to feel anything good about myself. But I really got to try, because right now there's almost no motivation. There's almost no motivation for even continuing to live. So I need to give myself that. I need to be able to feel satisfaction in my life, and and this is a hurdle. It's a big one, but it's something I'm going to try to get over. And hopefully, not all my videos will be this serious. I will just try to just talk into the camera whenever I get a chance and post stuff, just to because it keeps me going. If I continually stay involved with the world, and I can, it's like, so in my house on my computer, I tend to go separate. I tend to try to block out the entire planet. But if I can, even in my spare time, interact with the world and just stay focused, keep going, stay involved, and make sure that this, and make sure that my life is the priority and not just separating myself from my life. Sorry, Bert. So this has been incredibly awkward and uncomfortable for me, but I knew it would be, and hopefully it'll get easier from here.